Yeah.
And then you, once you pop the hood, Lee, you curve your hand downward like that. Slide it in here and go left, and you'll hit the switch. Push it to the left, and you can lift. And once you lift,
oh, you're light.
Once you lift, then you go to the right over here, and you get the support bar, and there you go. To check the oil, it's this orange thing here. Pull it out swiftly.
Wait a second. I gotta focus it. Okay, do it again.
This is the oil dipstick where you check the oil. Two things you gotta check. One is the oil. Quickly lay it on the side. Come get a close-up here, Irene. And you'll notice the oil is in between the two holes. Let's flip it over. Sometimes the back side of the dipstick gets a better reading. If you should have a small rag with you. You can wipe it off, get a clean start again. Usually you should wipe it once. Go all the way in, all the way out. And you can see here that the oil is way above on that side, but if I flip it over on the back, it's in between the two holes. As long as the oil is in between the two holes.
Is it okay if there's more?
Then we're good. If it's more on this side, but that's just oil that's stuck up in the tube. That's why I flipped it over to the back, and I get the true reading. It's in between the two holes, close to the top hole.
Mm-hmm.
So the oil is good. Now I come over here, and we have to make sure the engine hasn't been run in an hour or two. We don't want to check the coolant water when the engine's hot. So we press down hard on the cap and turn it counterclockwise. It should spring up. Go ahead and look in here, Irene. Lots of coolant, so that's looking good. Jiggle it around. You have these two little fingers that have to go into these little grooves, so put them above the grooves. Turn it all the way clockwise. Make sure it's seated on there. It's not coming off. It's not halfway. It's got to be well seated. Now check your overflow. Yeah, I have some in my overflow. If the overflow is empty or nearly empty, but you can see coolant, you have to be able to see coolant. And if you can't see coolant, there's a jug in your trunk. Put some in. And with the oil, if you're not in between the two lines, here's where you have to add some oil. Okay, a half a quart. You have oil in your trunk. Just put about a half a quart in there. Okay, and then turn this firmly until it's firmly shut. It might be a little hard. Counterclockwise takes things off. Might need two hands. There you go. See, and you put your oil in there.
You have to be careful when you pour it in.
And you have to be careful when you pour it in. If you spill it on the engine, it's okay. Just try not to spill too much. That's it. Your oil and your coolant. Other than that, you should be good to go. That's it, Irene. We can shut it off.